Is the era of the Wild West in the cryptocurrency world finally coming to an end? You might think the government has been dragging its feet on digital assets, but behind the scenes, a major gear in the legislative machine just shifted, and the consequences could be felt in your portfolio sooner than you think. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in US politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and allows us to keep bringing you these deep dives into the stories that actually matter. So, here is what is happening. On Thursday, the Senate Banking Committee took a massive step forward, advancing a key piece of legislation known as the Clarity Act. The vote was 15-9, which might look like a standard committee result on paper, but the real story is in the math. This wasn't just a party line vote. It was a high-stakes, last-minute bipartisan push that managed to peel off support from a pair of Democrats who are now standing with their GOP colleagues. We are talking about Senators Ruben Gallego of Arizona and Angela Brooks of Maryland. Their decision to cross the aisle was the final push needed to move this bill to the Senate floor. For those not tracking the legislative weeds, this bill is designed to set a clearer framework for how cryptocurrencies are classified and regulated in the United States. For years, companies in the crypto space have complained that they are being regulated by enforcement, essentially being sued by the SEC rather than given clear rules of the road. This bill aims to change that dynamic by defining what falls under the oversight of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission versus the Securities and Exchange Commission. But what does this actually mean for you? If this passes, we are looking at the most significant change to digital asset regulation in history. It means institutional investors might finally have the legal certainty they need to dump billions into the market, which could stabilize prices and increase adoption. However, it also means that the days of total anonymity and total regulatory avoidance are coming to a screeching halt. The government wants a seat at the table, and they want the ability to track, tax, and oversee the flow of these assets just as they do with traditional stocks and bonds. The political implications here are just as fascinating as the financial ones. You have a divided Congress where almost nothing gets done, yet suddenly, on the subject of crypto, we see a bridge being built. Is this a genuine attempt to keep the US competitive in the global financial market? Or is this a move to appease powerful lobbyists who have been pouring money into Washington for the last 2 election cycles? Critics argue that this legislation doesn't go far enough to protect retail investors, while others argue it goes too far in centralizing power that was meant to be decentralized. The path ahead is far from clear. Even with this committee win, the bill faces a steep climb to make it through the full Senate and reach the president's desk. We are going to see intense lobbying efforts from all sides in the coming weeks. Some will push for stricter consumer protections, while others will lobby to water down the bill to ensure that innovation isn't stifled by red tape. This is a turning point for the future of finance, but I want to know where you stand on this. Do you believe this bipartisan push is a necessary step to legitimize the industry, or are you worried that the government is trying to kill the very thing that makes crypto revolutionary? Does this make you more confident in investing, or less? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one, and I want to hear your perspective on whether this is a victory for the market or the beginning of the end for decentralized finance. The situation is evolving by the hour, and we will be here tracking every update as it hits the Senate floor. The battle for the future of our financial system is just getting started, and you won't want to miss what comes next. I am your host, and I will see you in the next one.